Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Esports Wales. We have got the Eastern High tournament. We've got another friendly lined up for you here today. My name is EPG, and joining me in the casting booth today is Dane Baird. How are we feeling?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. It's good. We've got some Rocket League action back, which is awesome. 2v2 again, so slightly different to what we'd normally see on the esports scene, but yeah, really looking forward to it. We had some great matches last week.
Yeah, absolutely. We are seeing relatively the same players as we have seen last week, with a new addition in Mest, I believe. So it's nice to see a new player joining in on these games, and hopefully we will get to toss them around a little bit in terms of lineups to see, you know, who fares out best. Because I think we did have a clear winner last week on who the individual winner was per se. I'm not going to say who that was. You're going to have to watch back on that video and tell us yourselves. But I do believe that we have the players in the lobby and ready to go. So as long as we have them joining up and ready to kick off, we should be happy enough to go. So we have got 3 of the players lined in. I think we're just waiting on one. There he is. He's joined up now. We have got the first game lined up for you here in Esports Wales. It's already a nice little 50. There was a little bit of confusion at the start as to who was supposed to be going, but Razio is taking no prisoners and he's got himself the first goal.
Yeah, all the way back from almost his own box, and just no one back. Captain Havoc can't quite get to the ball in time. Went for boost, wasn't expecting that to get through all the way back to the other side of the pitch, but it's 1-0 very early on. We saw this in the last week as well, where we had players scoring goals at a rapid rate, and we're going to get that again this week. Captain Havoc equalizes with 5 seconds again.
It was an excellent shot from Captain Havoc. He used the corner of his car right to where he needed to put out Razio. Stunned by that shot, not much he could do about it. 2 kickoff goals now, 1 apiece, as he split the 2 goals evenly. It's another fake / missed kickoff. I suppose we'll never really know as to which one it is. It's Captain Havoc. It's a lovely read off the sidewall. The catch from Razio there to match. Now we have RPM Asphalt coming forward. So he tries to get another one down the pitch.
Ooh, lovely shot there from Captain Havoc, and Razor's not going to be able to save it. Does get a touch shot, it just not quite enough to get it outside of the 2 posts. See, quite a good effort at the save, just not quite able to get that touch just enough to put it wide. 2-1. We still haven't played 30 seconds in this game. Loads of goals being scored. We'll see if the side on the orange side of the pitch can do something about this. They found themselves ahead, and now they find themselves 2 goals down.
That was a lovely shot from Captain Havoc as well. He's got himself a little bit of a double touch of quite a close angle. You don't usually tend to see double touches from that close to the backboard, but he's made it work for himself. 3 goals to 1 now. You see the nice shot coming out from the opposite side. That's when you know there is a mutual respect between these players. As much as they all want to win, they're all friends and they all want to just have a few good games of Rocket League. Now Captain Havoc going to bring this forward. There's an awful lot to do in terms of positioning, but he has done well to leave it on the back foot. That's a lovely shot from RPM Asphalt as he snuck that one in.
I wasn't expecting the shot there, to be honest. I don't think anyone on the orange side was either. Made 0 attempt to actually hit the ball, just drove under it, bounced off his car in the perfect place, and just slotted that one into the back of the net. Caught both the orange players off guard. And they've extended their advantage to 3 goals now as the first minute of play finally ticks over.
Yes, not quite getting a touch on this one. So now Asphalt will send it across. Razio there to chase. Well, to touch it over the first, but the bump coming in from his opposition leave. Captain Havoc with the shot. He tries to get a second double, but not quite able to land it on target just yet. Mest sending this one forward to 50. Self-inflicted by the blue team, but they still have regained possession. Captain Havoc has another shot to take. He's put it in. I thought it was going to hit the post, but not quite this time. 5-1.
Just nothing the orange side can do here. Captain Havoc really running the show at the moment. 603 points already in the first 1 minute 30. 4 goals, 4 shots. Hasn't missed yet. So get that ball in front of the orange net. Get Captain Havoc on the ball. It's all but over for the orange side.
Captain Havoc's going to bring this one forward. Let's get intercepted quite abruptly, as now he is once again going to have to go and chase this one. Nice touch from him. Ysgol. It's an excellent touch up high as he tries to get the second. Unfortunately, not quite able to. This touch, bit of a doink coming out from him. As he does try and get this one forward. He had got a reset, but I'm sure he wasn't on the wiser to it. Captain Havoc now with a free net to shoot at, but he has taken it to the corner. Nobody there. The pre-flip in towards the middle. He has to get the second touch. He does. The pre-flip from Captain Havoc. The bounce was fortunate, but the goal is in favour. 6-1.
I can't quite see if Asphalt gets a touch on that or not, because Asphalt was going to steal that one as we reach near enough the halfway point of the match. And Captain Havoc now, is that going to be a kickoff goal? It's off the post, it's off the bar as well. Nothing the orange side could do but just watch and wait as the ball bounced so slowly up towards the net. But now here could be an opportunity for them to get their second goal. It's Messon can't quite get a touch away, but Captain Havoc with the clear gets it out into the corner. Now the blue side can try counter-attack.
That's a touch from Mess as he tries to carry this one forward. Ysgol there in pursuit. In towards the middle. Captain Havoc almost getting beaten out by the opposition, but 50 goes in his favour this time. He's with a pitch with his teammate. Nice touch to pop it up high as well for Asphalt to follow. To be a bit of a shot on net. He's left it lovely for himself to follow. It's in the bottom right corner, nestled in nicely, and Asphalt has once again found himself on the score sheet.
This was beautiful stuff. Ysgol just maybe slightly a bit too far over getting the boost. Wasn't expecting that first touch from Asphalt, and well, Asphalt does a fantastic job just to pop that one into the bottom corner. And it took us 4 games to get a Brazil last week, and we've got one in game number 1 here.
I don't think he is going to be able to do much about it this time. There's definitely more goals to come. Best. He's going to go forward for this one. Ysgol gets a pinch off the corner, but he's going to be left completely open. Captain Havoc is going to lap that one up all day long. It just doesn't seem to be working out for the orange team at the minute. They just don't have any kind of synergy between them as it stands. They are messing each other up quite a bit. The mistakes are starting to show an awful lot more as the goals tick over, but it is nice to see they're not giving up just yet.
Oh, bit of a team bump there from the blue side, and could have been an opportunity for the orange side, but Mess couldn't quite get there in time. And well, now Asphalt's got an open net in front. Oh, the block was just about made. Didn't get a touch on the ball, but did enough to put Asphalt off. Asphalt trying to go around the defender. Couldn't quite get it through that ever-closing gap. Now Asphalt gets bumped off the backboard. Can't get a pass in towards Captain Havoc now. We'll see what the orange side can do. Only as far as Asphalt in midfield. Asphalt going to try and get a pass. Maybe no, goes alone. And oh, Ysgol gets the clear.
Captain Havoc going to take control of this one in the corner. Not much boost for his name. He jumps over his teammate. Asphalt, who was zooming in for that one. Pinch not quite going on target as he would have intended, but it has got a shot off, and it's a very nice one indeed, but Mess will have the save. Pitch off the wall, not quite landing for him as Ysgol doesn't quite have to read. But guess who does? Captain Havoc coming in to add the 9th goal to the tally of the blue side.
Oh, we're going to get double digits here. 40 seconds left. That one took them a while though. A minute and 7 seconds it took for them to get that 9th goal. Orange side getting a little bit more on the offensive. Can they try and get a second goal out of this game? Just get them something. Heading into game number 2. Captain Havoc now putting it across the front of the goal. It's going to go up high off the backboard, and both of the orange players commit. And this is probably going to be the 10th goal, is it? No, it's not. Mess gets a massive recovery. Captain Havoc maybe getting a little bit too confident there. Left it. And they managed to get the save just in time with the pinch off the post. But in the end, the 10th goal eventually does go in.
Yeah, I think he was a bit upset that that one was saved. It was an excellent recovery, if anything, but you can see him with the short rotation there, just turning the car right where he needed it to go. 10 goals now to the 1 of the orange side. We've seen them missing that opportunity just before that save was made. So they are capable of putting themselves in positions to score. The last touch is another thing they need to worry about, but baby steps, as they say. 10 goals to 1, not quite the best scoreline, but they of course have shown great character to continue through this game. They had a couple of opportunities. They also had one or two saves, especially that one in the last moments of that game to note. So of course there is plenty of positives for both sides to take away. We are continuing with the form of Captain Havoc, quite literally wreaking havoc on anybody that is in his way. So I'm sure RPM Asphalt is loving what team he's on right now.
Yep, and I wonder what they're going to do about the teams, because I think a change is definitely required now. It's 10-1, so clearly the duo of Captain Havoc and Asphalt are pretty much unstoppable. Captain Havoc with 1,100 points in that game, and getting 1,000 points in any Rocket League game is difficult enough. So we're going to mix up the teams, but how are they going to do it? Who is Captain Havoc going to pair up with? Who's Asphalt going to pair up with from the orange side? Because the orange side didn't really get to show off their ability too much, did they? They were sort of always on the back foot. So we didn't really get to see too much from those two players. We'll see what the players decide amongst themselves.
Yeah, well, it is still to decide, so while we wait on that to be sorted out, we can talk about Captain Havoc just a little bit, because of course he is going to be somebody that we're going to have to mention, whether we like it or not, a lot throughout these series. It's not only his mechanics and his kind of rotation that seems to be quite good, it's his awareness as well. He's able to notice when he's going to be beat and when he's able to back off, because it's not just him being sheer speed and zooming around the walls and going for these mental mechanics. He's biding his time very well. There was a couple of goals there that you said took over a minute to score, which when you've got 11 goals in a game and 10 of them are going on your team, you'd almost expect it to be really kind of quick and close together. But in reality, it kind of started off really fast and then gradually slowed down as the series went on. I think that was when Captain Havoc kind of took the back foot. He started to realize that his opposition were warming into this game a lot more than they were previously, and he was playing a little bit more kind of deep rotationally than he would have been through the start of the game. So as far as we can see right now, I don't think there is going to be a change unless they change their mind before the game starts. But as the players join up, we have got a similar situation to the last one, where it's a bit of a scuffed kickoff, but they have opted to stay with the same teams. Asphalt choosing to match Raziel with the Dominus as Captain Havoc launches his first goal.
That was actually a very, very tidy finish there as well. Just to get the slightest of touches on it just at the end, just to put it on course into the bottom corner. But we stay with the same teams then. As Raziel missed a bit of a miss on the corner, on the backboard. And Mess manages to get the clear in time. Asphalt now going to play it back in towards Captain Havoc. He's going to go up off the wall, gets one touch, gets it past both of the orange players. It's going to go straight into the net. And it's 2-0 after around 30 seconds. Captain Havoc again with a lovely solo play.
Yeah, Raziel fighting for that challenge, although he maybe shouldn't have, but you see the ball like that lofted up in towards the midfield, you'd almost always think, you know, I have to go for this. However, it is going to be 2 goals this time, starting off with a quick run of play for the blue side. So Raziel might have a go up the wall. Has to take his time, it's nice to see, but Messed Up is not having a bar of it as of now. Going to be a misplay from Raziel. He's also messed up Captain Havoc here, as this one could be going towards their backfield, but the mistouch from Raziel will disable any idea that they had of it. Captain Havoc is going to put it through. Another mistake coming out from the orange side, as unfortunately it is going to be another mistake costing them yet another goal.
Tell you what, that wasn't a great finish from Captain Havoc. That might have even been going out, to be honest. Just comes off the defender, was trying to get back in time. The orange side doing better than they did in the first game. At least so far. They've managed to get the ball out of their half a couple times. Put the blue side under a little bit of pressure. Just trying to maintain that a little bit longer, try and get an opportunity on net, because they haven't had one of those since 5 seconds into the first game. And Raziel can't react quick enough to that Captain Havoc shot. And now it's 4-0.
Not quite what you want to see. Razio almost had that save. He was positioned almost perfectly, you might say, but unfortunately not perfect enough as the goal does slip through his fingers. It's going to be a fake kickoff here from the blue side. Looks like both players had it covered. It's messed. Put this one towards the middle. Captain Havoc unable to get the touch as the second shot attempt from Razio that hasn't landed. Mest has gone for the bump and he's landed it. Here's Captain Havoc. They get the ball taken away from him by his teammate, but it doesn't really matter as Razio is having a bit of problem in the net.
Yeah, just probably not expecting the shot to come, to be honest, because Asphalt would have been completely hidden behind that ball. And yeah, Razor, not much you can do about that. Just trying to turn the car around and got caught out in a really awkward spot. Now Captain Havoc again. Can he make it 6? He's going to be able to make it 6. No one's back for the orange side. It's 6-0 after a minute and a half. And Captain Havoc really dominating.
It's just that first touch, wasn't it? He has so much control over what happens in this lobby that it's almost frightening to the other players. But the finish was tidy enough. The touch there to match it. You can expect even more of that as he comes forward. The fake from him. It is going to be a 50 towards the top corner. Razio done enough to parry it away from danger. Razio trying to get the first touch, doesn't get it. Once again, Mest just cutting in front of him. Razio have the first touch. Asphalt is pestering him in the corner right now. Mest won't get the touch as well. Captain Havoc left with the ball on his car. Asphalt in pursuit. It looks like he's almost trying to tackle him, but it doesn't even matter. The air dribble from Captain Havoc is exquisite.
More of the respect coming out from the players. That was beautiful control. Just to pop the ball up, and that ball was stuck to the nose of Captain Havoc's car the entire way up there, and that's a fantastic way to get the 7th goal of the game. No one can complain about that one. Both orange defenders back. They just had no answer for that one.
A whole lot you could do. You wouldn't be used to seeing those kind of plays. Oh, he's missed it this time. Mest has to get the touch, but Captain Havoc once again just mopping up all the scraps that are left for him in front of the net. Razio thought he could get the touch. Mest didn't see it quick enough, and Captain Havoc once again lurking in the midfield, ready to pounce on that goal. We haven't even hit halfway. We've already got the 8th goal coming out from the blue team. It's not what you want to see. Another fake kickoff coming out. Captain Havoc won't get it, and that could be a glimmer of hope as Razio puts it away.
Yep, just straight into it. Didn't jump, didn't flip. Captain Havoc went up for it, and that was one of the most perfectly placed shots you can get. Just about high enough that it's above where anyone can get to very quickly, but also just low enough that it's going to bounce down in off the crossbar. Just that sweet spot of the crossbar where it's so difficult to make a save. That was a beautiful shot. 8-1 in this game. Blue side finally showing a small weakness.
Razio has a shot on target. Tries to get the second touch. The flip has beaten Captain Havoc. Asphalt not able to get the touch either. Messing out with the shot. Look over the top left corner. Unfortunately, just past the target. Captain Havoc now has got the ball at his mercy. He does get a 50 for it. Razio gets it over, who's definitely come into this game a lot more than he has been in previous. Mest tried to go for the shot there, but Captain Havoc was already there to snuff it out. It's quite a long period of time without seeing a goal from either side. Usually the run of play would beat the blue team to score. However, they haven't been able to break them down, as the orange team really have warmed up into this an awful lot more since the start of the game. Captain Havoc now off the backboard. Shot from Asphalt just over the crossbar. Lovely touch from Captain Havoc as well, as Razio just about manages to get it away.
Captain Havoc gets it past both the orange players now, but Turtle's across the pitch. But now gets it passed into the corner again, goes for the shot. It's going to go straight across the net, just couldn't find the angle. Now pops the ball up in the corner. He's going to back out of that one. Asphalt's going to get the touch. And it's 9-1.
An excellent touch from Asphalt, wasn't it? He seen that Mest was the one to go for it. Razio a bit late to the parry. The side flip just to top it off from Mest, who wasn't able to make the save in the end. RPM Asphalt adding his name to the score sheet once more. So he's been doing very well to compliment his teammate, you might say. There is a possibility that we could see the exact same scoreline from the first game. This could really sum up the differences between these two sides. As here's Ysgol gets a lovely shot past Captain Havoc, who seems to have it covered. And that's the second one for the orange side.
Lovely, powerful shot then. Captain Havoc, oh, just awkward off the side of the wall. One of the most difficult things to do, driving off that wall that ends at the goalpost, because it does all sorts of things to your car. Sends it all sorts of directions. That's Raja now. Gets it past one, gets it past both blue players. Can he get the shot away? No, it's going to go off the backboard. Now going to try and get another shot, and that one's going to go wide. The angle was never there. What can the blue side do now? Captain Havoc gets past one. Back pass coming in now from Mess is really awkward. Going to go across the face of the goal. And who else but Captain Havoc to be there to capitalize on that one? Gets bumped a couple times here. Backs out, waits for something to happen. Almost predicted the ball firing across the front of the net. Was in the air. Just hovering above the ground. And with 30 seconds left, they finally get to 10 goals.
Experience coming into play there from Captain Havoc, as he jumped, but he also kept his flip, which is something that not a lot of players will have in the locker. This man definitely does. It's a ground pinch coming out from him to add the 11th. Now we've got 13 goals, and of course mostly favouring the blue team. Ysgol almost had that save as well. They've really come into their own a little bit more in this game, although the scoreline may not show it. They've been performing exceptionally better than we've seen from them previously, but with 12 seconds left, the way this game goes, we couldn't even see a goal.
We couldn't see a goal from either side, really, because Ysgol's been looking very good on that orange side. I wonder if we're going to get the team swapped over next time. Captain Havoc can't quite get the ball to stay above the ground to get it all the way across the field into the other net. As the ball touches the ground, that is the end of game number 2. And 1,500 points for Captain Havoc. That's incredible. That is incredible. 11 shots, 2 of them saved. 9 goals go towards that particular player. Ysgol not doing too bad on the orange side as well, despite losing 11-2. Still got a good 400 points. Getting a good couple saves in there as well. And I think Ysgol's could easily have some better opportunities. Just never really was able to get the ball up onto the blue side of the pitch.
Yeah, and that's really all it comes down to, is us seeing an awful lot of play happening in one specific area. Even when we see in the orange side having the majority of the ball being played in the opposite half, they too can get themselves on the score sheet. But whereas when we see the likes of Captain Havoc, his rotation, his experience was keeping the ball in the blue half. And to be fair, Asphalt was doing it just as well for the most part as well, to complement Captain Havoc and give him the kind of freedom to do what he wants to do, and that led to goals. So it is nice to see that there's 2 players that are working nicely with each other. Of course, Mest and Ysgol done their best. They got themselves a tally of goals, but we are going into the next game. It is of course the same run of play that we had last week, with Captain Havoc having a 100% win record. Let's see with this new lineup if he can do the same.
Captain Havoc probably going to have to do a little bit more. Doesn't have Asphalt on the side to help him out quite as much. Asphalt now going to try and pop the ball down into the middle. Captain Havoc misses it. Asphalt's going to be there before him, and it's going to be 1-0 to the orange side. Asphalt getting the first goal of the game, as Captain Havoc flipped and couldn't recover in time.
Not what you want to see from Captain Havoc. He has made a mistake, but of course he's only human. We expect these kind of things from players at all types of levels. This time it's led to a goal. I already spoke about Asphalt and the key role he played in the victories that himself and Captain Havoc have got. Well, I can imagine that it's going to be a significantly lower scoring match than the first 2 games. It's based on what watch these teams kind of complement each other as opposition. That's a lovely shot from Mest, but unfortunately not connected with the threshold of that orange. Now here's Raziel. He's got an opportunity. He goes for the 50. Can't quite turn it onto net though. That's fault. To get it. He's only put it in towards the middle. Luckily Raziel is there. Captain Havoc has been temporarily taken out of the game. Raziel coming forward. Not able to get it on net. He has got a bump for his troubles though. Once again, Raziel towards the middle. Asphalt didn't quite expect that one. He has died for that quite late, you might add. This could lead to an opportunity. He messed out with the shot just a little bit too fast for him to react in time. There he is once again. Finds the shot second time around, and he's equalised it for the blue team.
Lovely little shot here, and I think, oh, it was just a flip from Raziel. Just taking towards the boost, wasn't expecting the shot to come in. And unfortunately, that left the goal open for Mess to get that shot away. Captain Havoc gets a good touch there, and oh, a little bit of a team bump. Mess are going to try and get another shot here. It's off the post, and Raziel was there to make the save anyway. Oh, chaos breaking loose on the goal line, and eventually, second goal for Mest.
He's got himself for the scoreline twice now. I believe that Raziel was the one that scored both. As have indeed regained their lead. However, they need to play a little bit better than this and avoid all these mistakes in the back line to prevent the blue side from coming forward, because I just point out Captain Havoc hasn't scored either of the goals, and that's a great bump from Asphalt. Unfortunately, Captain Havoc just sent him right back into it. Mest is trying his best in the corner here. Captain Havoc's going to take it. Lovely 50 from Asphalt as he tried to send it in towards the middle, but Raziel opted for the conservative choice to stay back. It's got now though, he's got the flip, he's also got the 50. This one could be dangerous in the midfield. Asphalt there to finish it, but it is saved away by Captain Havoc, getting the most minuscule touch on it, but it has prevented an imminent goal. Nice attempt from Asphalt, but unfortunately for him, Captain Havoc was once again positioned perfectly at the front post to parry it away. Now though, they have a shot on the other side. Raziel parries it off the backboard. Asphalt's going to be there to follow. Captain Havoc shot off the backboard once again, just trying to keep pressure in the opposition half as Mest follows in suit and does the same. It's going to be a clearance away. They are trying to break out of their own half and give themselves an opportunity, as this is quite a significantly closer game than we have seen previous.
Oh, that could be an opportunity there. Captain Havoc doesn't need a second invitation for that one. 3-1 to the blue side, and well, Asphalt getting a bit of a touch, but just not quite enough. Just a bit of an awkward landing as he reached the ball. Captain Havoc definitely needs no second invitation for that one. Open net. Very rare that Captain Havoc going to miss that one.
Absolutely. It's Raziel. Could have a shot. He's done very well to find it. It was quite open, but the finesse he threw on that one was definitely something to note. You see both of his opposition players, he's got a little bounce dribble going, and the shot, 93 kilometers per hour, right down the neck of the pitch. They've reduced the lead once again, back down to 1. So this could be the spark they need to continue forward and maybe even take this game.
Captain Havoc trying to stop that from happening. Can't get a touch. Gets a ground touch, just falling onto the ball. Bit of a whiff from Mest. Ball all the way back into the orange side. Now they need to keep it up in that blue half, because every time the blue side makes a mistake, it's an opportunity for them to score, and Captain Havoc is just making their task just a little bit more difficult.
You see Raziel, you can see what he was going for. If he had boosted it towards the ball a little bit better, he could have definitely beaten out Captain Havoc, who had pre-jumped for it. Unfortunately, just doesn't quite have that in the locker just yet. A little bit more practice, maybe just a little bit more free play, and the next time we see him out here, be able to do all that kind of air dribble, mechanical stuff like that. But this one could be rolling all the way in. Mest won't get the touches. It has come diagonally off the post. Ysgol going to wait for this touch. He has got it across the pitch. Captain Havoc, they're trying to get the flip, but Asphalt has done very well. He's bumped one as well. If he can get the touch in, Ysgol's committed for it, and rightfully so, as his teammate hadn't made contact, although at the time I don't think he would have known that. Mess now coming forward. Some serious speed. Doesn't really fancy his chances going for this one in the corner, but when he does, he has been beaten out by the opposition. Captain Havoc trying to return it to Asphalt, and it's worked out in his favour as well. He's got the flip to use. Ysgol, awkward as you like, can't get the pre-flip backwards, the half flip even. He gets demoed for his troubles. Captain Havoc puts it away, and what seemed to be a close enough game is now turned into a 3-goal mop.
And that was just marking his domination on the game so far. Wasn't really massively involved in the first couple of goals, but the last 3, just Captain Havoc doing Captain Havoc things. The ball's going to bounce down in front of the blue net here, and it could be dangerous. Oh, it's going to bounce off both of the blue players. A lovely doink into the midfield to get the ball out of danger from Mest. And once again, the blue side take the win. And I'm not sure if there's a possibility with these 4 players for the team without Captain Havoc on it to win a game.
Yeah, we have seen a similar run of this last week, as unfortunately nobody seems to be able to counter him. I think that performance right there may just have been the closest we've seen to somebody taking that man down. He's been such a force in these friendly games that nobody seems to be able to work out how to tackle him. But I think Ysgol and Asphalt right there may have just come the closest to it. They capitalised on a lot of his mistakes. They forced the mistakes out of him in the first place, which is always nice to see from players who are able to try and maneuver themselves in ways that is more awkward for the opposition to deal with. So there is definitely a sense of evolution coming out from the gameplay. 5-2 definitely doesn't do any justice to this game. I had a feeling it was going to be a lot less scoring. The last 2 goals from Blue, of course, coming in the last few minutes, where it was just a little bit hit and hope for the orange side. But if we do keep these teams, which I do believe we are going to, we could definitely see a very, very similar affair.
Yeah, we'll see now, as we're not going to keep the same teams, it seems. We're going to have Captain Havoc and Ysgol versus Mest and Asphalt. And Captain Havoc making the switch over to the orange side this time. So we might see different colours scoring the goals, but Captain Havoc and Ysgol, that might be one of the stronger sides that you can make out of these 4 players.
Absolutely, Ysgol really has been evolving as the games have gone on. This will in fact be the last game, so if there was ever a time to take down Captain Havoc, now would definitely be it. He is stuck on the backfield a little bit. Ysgol has missed it. Asphalt there with the flip. It's going to be Mest getting a pull shot in by Captain Havoc. He can't stop scoring in that orange goal. This time he's been helped into it by Mest, who completely barrels through him and has put it away.
Well, 20 seconds in, Captain Havoc on the back foot. We've seen this before, but how are they going to try and capitalise on it this time? Ysgol putting the ball in. Captain Havoc not going to be able to get a shot away from there. Instead pops it up. Going to try and get another touch off the backboard with the air dribble. How do you defend that?
It's just a beautiful shot, isn't it? There's not an awful lot you can do. First thing you have to do is predict it. And if you don't do that, you may write the whole rest of it off. There was all sorts of pre-jumps and anticipations needed to deal with that with Captain Havoc. You don't really need to say it all that much more. He is miles ahead of everyone in this lobby. And he's just proved it again. Look how marginal this shot is. It's only just crossed the post into a position that is scoreable, and he is already on it. You can see it right there. He's bided his time so perfectly and sent that one home to double the lead of the orange side.
The problem is that when you have a player like that able to do things like this when nobody else is able to, they're not going to predict this sort of thing because they're not going to expect it to happen. They've never seen this sort of thing happen before. Captain Havoc, just absolutely dominant.
He just seems to be able to turn on a switch and do what he pleases whenever he pleases. that dribble is something you'll see very, very high up the ranks, and it will work against players from a significantly higher rank than this. So if any of these players are disappointed about being scored on by Captain Havoc, you have that to hold on to. But that's a beautiful shot from Asphalt, who has cut the lead back in half. It's back down to 1 now, and although their scoring is happening a lot faster, that is a lovely shot to start off the spark.
Lovely long shot there. Get them back on the board. Minute played, 3-2. It's another high-scoring game, this one so far, and it's not going to be a good opportunity for Asphalt. Just moved a bit too far across the goalpost, couldn't quite find the angle. Captain Havoc could do nothing but watch as the ball bounced in front of the net. Orange side showing some weaknesses again still. It's Captain Havoc just waiting in the middle. Rachel gets past one, but can't get past Mest, and now it's an opportunity for Asphalt to get a touch, but Captain Havoc is there first. Going to try and get another shot as well. Fakes it instead. Mest gets the clear.
Razio sends it into the corner. Asphalt not able to deal with it. He leaves it for Mest, and now Razio's got to be there. He's only able to touch it off the post. Captain Havoc's there, but it's a great save from Asphalt to parry that one away. Captain Havoc once again is forced to take it across the pitch. He's got to be up in the air with this one now. I set up for the flip reset, but he's only able to get the touch off the backboard. Asphalt's going to send it right back into his path, but doesn't seem like it will pose any threat as of yet. So he can't have him scanning his way across the goal mouth, but as of yet, he is just taking control of it. He has got the lead, so whatever he wants to do, he very well may do it. It was a misplay there. It's a great pass there, Razio, but he just doesn't manage to keep it on target. But once again, we see Captain Havoc doing excellent work to keep the pressure on. See the apology coming out there from Razio, who hasn't been used to seeing that kind of service in front of net from previous teammates. But now that he has got Captain Havoc, who is seemingly struggling against this opposition, who is really giving them no time whatsoever to set up any plays. It's a great save once again by Mest, and the epic save registered for that one. So RPM's going to try and make a move.
Mest is really playing a lot better in this game than especially in the first game, from what I can see. Able to get back a little bit quicker. Maybe a lack of warm-up is one of the reasons why that first game was so one-sided.
Oh, what a shot.
Well, you can't defend those. Those are some of the more difficult shots to save. Just looping over you. It's quite slow. Not a whole lot of power on it, but it's just going over your car. Always over the car, and Asphalt couldn't quite get high enough. Probably a lack of boost situation as well there for Asphalt. And 4-2 is the score. But I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if the blue team can come back and get something more from this game. As a brilliant backflip bicycle kick from Asphalt. Just not enough power on it to get past both orange defenders. Gets past Razio. He's now up the field. Asphalt gets a demo on Captain Havoc. If you're going to get a demo on one player on the field, probably the best player to go for.
Lovely touch from Razio as he now tries to keep it on the attack, but Captain Havoc is going to be there. Asphalt just opted to stick back for this one. Fear instilled by Captain Havoc after previous annihilations, you may say. Razio does get the 50, it goes up high. That's going to send it across the pitch, although it might not be the most fortunate thing, as you can guess who's already waiting. Razio towards the middle. Oh, it's so marginal from Asphalt as he now tries to follow this one. It's going to be in towards the middle. Captain Havoc has to get a touch, but you can bet an arm and a leg that he definitely will. The pinch trying to go in towards the middle as Mest once again is just fed up of waiting for the opposition to dictate the play, and he's going to try to dictate some plays on his own. It's a lovely touch in towards the corner. They've only got 16 seconds left to make a move towards the middle. Razio ready underneath it. It is going to be a shot from him. He's got an open one to shoot at and plenty of time to do it as well, but Asphalt has recovered it nicely. He's going to try and get it forward, but with no boost. That will be all she wrote. The orange team and Captain Havoc are victorious. Captain Havoc once again retaining that 100% win rate that we have seen him completely shatter opponents with previously. It's just so nice to see a player with that kind of experience show his ability with such confidence and kind of clinicality. You don't really get to see that anywhere else, Dane.
No, definitely not. And like I was saying earlier, the reason why it's so fantastic for him to be able to have the mechanics he does is he can get a double touch off the backboard, and the other players possibly never seeing that stuff in their ranked games or in any of the tournaments that they may play in. They're not seeing that sort of stuff. So when he's setting it up for a backboard double touch, they're not expecting that. They're not expecting to be able to position his car and get the shot on net. They're thinking, okay, that's going off the backboard now. Let's see who's coming forwards now to try and take a shot off the backboard. They're not expecting to come from Captain Havoc, and that's one of the things that really made a massive difference. It's just the mechanics that he had available to him that the other players wouldn't be able to read because they don't see it.
Absolutely. Well, we have had some lovely sets of games from all four players. Of course, Mesk being on his debut on the channel here in Esports Wales. Of course, we will get to see more of them. Not next week, though, as they will have a break week with Easter coming our way. But after that, we will have plenty more games lined up for you. But for now and for the next fortnight or so, that is all from us here in Esports Wales. We shall catch you soon.